All right, so we're good over there?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry if we left that muted by mistake. But we got everything over in the Be Live, so if anything, I could repost it with the content. Maybe put another YouTube video up, just the first half, the first 10, 20 minutes.
Whatever you want to do.
Yep, we'll figure that out after the fact. But anyways, got a little sidetracked. Also wanted to talk about how people can start building out a social media presence. This is something that a lot of people ask me a question about. And one thing that I found recently that was really awesome and how people started engaging with their audience and getting people to, in fact, take action, go ahead and like repost pictures. We saw how Sunny Co clothing went viral with that huge promotion that we saw. What was it, last month?
With Sunny Co?
Yeah, Sunny Co. Yeah, they gained like over 700,000 followers in a day, I think it was. One promotion that I really liked was with the Fifth Watches. I posted it inside of my mastermind, and what they're doing is they give away $1,000 worth of monthly prizes for people that go ahead and repost a certain picture with their custom hashtag on a monthly basis. And that was something that I absolutely love because they're doing exactly what I've been preaching by way of incentivizing people to not only follow your page, but to take action and really engage with your content and become connected with it. There's a difference between when you just put your advertisement in front of people and they don't really act upon it or take too much action, and when you can get them to go ahead and do something as much as repost to their own audience, which is massive when you're trying to build out your brands and when you're trying to get massive exposure, because you typically wouldn't be able to hit all these different audiences just with a simple advertisement. And once it goes viral and you have it spreading like wildfire through an incentive like that, then it's pretty much the perfect way to go ahead and build out your social media presence. One other manual way to go ahead and start building out that presence on social media is pretty much going into pages where you would find your ideal follower or ideal customer and engaging with the people who are commenting and liking on their pictures. So you can go ahead and send them a follow, send them a message, leave a comment. Unfortunately, we saw a lot of automation services like Instagram falling off because of Instagram not taking too kindly to them. So still looking for a second alternative, maybe.
I said, like I tell everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I really like this because I predicted the future. But I literally said a year and a half ago that all these automated stuff, all these automated softwares, they're going down. That's why, here's the thing, we actually got a lot of backlash on when we launched IMA and why we didn't provide any software with that. Because here's the thing, if we gave our customers that software, right?
Breaking Instagram service.
And not only that, think about how many people would be so angry with us if we taught them how to build something that was taken away from them.
Yeah, that too.
That is by far the reason why I decided not to, because we're gonna give you a software that not only is breaking the terms of service of the platform, it's gonna get your account revoked. And people were like, okay, yeah, we understood. So we really had to explain that to people, that there's no possible way to automate it. I mean, there's softwares that will do it for you, they'll automate it for you. But you have to realize, okay, and it's funny, actually, just hired an assistant. One thing I'm gonna have her doing is actually going out there and contacting people one-to-one, influencers one-to-one.
Yeah.
Like, we already have connections like Jason and whatnot, but I kind of want to start moving outwards. I want her to talk to Jason and get, like Jason Stone, everybody knows, and try to get her to get as many other influencers as she possibly can from him. So there's a lot of things that we're going out there and doing. I still personally think my assistant right now, she'll have a fun job just contacting them, connecting with them, and that for me is way better than going out and trying to build a page from scratch using a bot, because you get what you put in, right? So,
yeah, absolutely. And to answer a question over here, Moyo asked, could I advertise my product for Amazon FBA instead of, why is that showing right there? Okay, there we go. Could I advertise my product for Amazon FBA instead of my Shopify store? The answer is yes, absolutely, you can do that. There is no reason why you wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, you could use influencers all the way down to affiliate and lead capture work. There is no reason where it's only selling physical products. There's a ton of different outlets that you could really use influencer marketing for. It's just simple brand building techniques and gaining great exposure through other people's audience. So it's just like if you're running a Facebook ad or any other type of advertisement, there's really no limitations as to what you could do, so long as you're keeping your offer congruent with the people that you're putting your product or offer in front of. So that's what's always going to be your key to conversions, or the thing that's going to kill your conversions, and really send that down to the ground. So you have to always keep congruency in the back of your mind no matter what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's still marketing. You have to have a good idea of who you're putting your products in front of. And I talked about this in my last video on YouTube in regards to the biggest misconceptions with influencer marketing, how people are making the common mistake of expecting instant returns or that any page is going to work for them. You have to look into exactly what that page is doing. Influencer marketing is growing exponentially over the past 6 months to year. It's getting a lot of exposure. People are talking about it. It's got a lot of buzz. It's not a pretty much underground or hidden technique like it was when Dan and I really first found it, when people weren't really using it. And that's why we wanted to bring some more light to it, and that's why we put out amazing courses and had some amazing student results. I mean, let's see if anyone on here was in IMA. Remember the IMA days a couple months ago? That was
the IMA days. The IMA days are still going on.
For now, I mean, we're going to rebuild the 3.0. Oh wait, shouldn't say that, right?
Okay,
not yet. Steven said, "Dan, you the man."
Thanks. We should. Wait. Go back to that question. This is what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
Right, until we find another question, we're gonna leave that right there.
How do we pop that up over here? This is my first time live on YouTube. I know.
YouTube and Facebook are completely different.
I know, but it's different. I'm trying to figure out where the chat box is over here. All right, I got to open up a new tab.
There isn't a chat box. It's right here.
Yeah,
I'm talking to everybody in your chat box.
I can. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I want to see what people are saying over there. I'm gonna show love to the YouTube audience.
About TriFunnels.
Oh, you're talking trash about me, some secret stuff over there. I'll see it later, I guess. Anyways, if anyone has any questions in regards to anything that we're talking about, feel free to drop it in the chat box over here in the mastermind, or whether you're on YouTube. We're going live on both right now, so just trying to make sure everyone's getting a better idea of exactly what's going on. Sorry, Dan, I'm gonna end up hiding your comment. Oh no, it's buried down there. Let's find a cooler question down there. All right. Iris, what's going on, man? Israel's asking how she can make her ads hidden.
What do you mean by hidden? Do you want to hide the URL so your competitors can't see it? Or see, that's where it's different for me, because the way I do it with Shop Dirty Gamers, you won't be able to find Shop Dirty Gamer running as an ad. You'll be able to find another URL, but that URL is a redirect. So what does that mean? It means if you go to like 123gaming.com, if I buy that domain name, I can go ahead and set that 123gaming.com to go to a completely different page. I can do 123gaming.com, gets redirected to Shop Dirty Gamer /catalog /all products, right? So that's what I'm doing right now, because of the fact that if you wanted to go out and go onto Facebook and look at Shop Dirty Gamer, you'd be able to steal all my ads and know it's working. So do I mask it? Oh yeah. And plus, I learned something interesting. When you mask it, you're always gonna get that traffic, right? Yeah, exactly. So Israel, that's it. I had someone kind of take my ads from your store. Yes, the reason being is because all they need is just the URL from your store, and then it's WAW. I forgot the acronym stands for. It's a website. I'm totally going through my mind right now. But you enter a URL of a Shopify store, any URL in general. It scours Facebook looking for that URL in all the ads, even if it's a dark post. So if you go ahead and try that with me, you're gonna have no luck, okay? So is it kind of jumping through hoops? Yeah. Have I suffered any competition? No, I haven't. And I've covered myself on that and learning from Buddha Groove. But again, it's something that I learned myself. It's not something that I teach or anything, just because it's a lot more work. I mean, you have to get a domain. Each and every campaign that you launch, for around 4 to 5 products that we launch, we'll actually go out there and get a new domain and mask those campaigns, that particular campaign. I'm not talking about the ad sets, right? I'm talking about one entire campaign with all the ad sets under it. So one campaign, if we try to go out and launch a completely new funnel, we're going out and masking that funnel, because if it works, what's going to happen is somebody's going to go out and try to find the store. But if they click on the URL, yeah, they'll be able to see the store. But guess what? They're not really going to know what products are working and whatnot, because they can't go and find the ads that are converting, because we might use a different URL for every campaign that we're running. So I wouldn't call it sneaky. I just more call it protecting myself and my business. So so take it for what it's worth. You could do that as well. Everybody else who's watching this, you could do that as well. It's just, what lengths do you want to go to protect yourself and your brand and your store? Again, the only reason I did it is because if you go and watch the tutorials that I put on YouTube, it's not like we're getting 4 or 5 viewers. We're getting thousands and thousands, hundreds, millions of views already. So when it comes down to it, I need to make sure that what I'm building, and I'm showing everybody I'm building it, I'm not going out there and handing you guys something on a silver platter like Buddha Group. You have to do the work. I'm not going to do it for you. You can't just go create a Shopify store and then you're piggybacking off of what I've done. You can learn from me, but I'm not about to just give you handouts, especially if I'm trying to build up something. And that was my problem, like I said before, with Buddha Group that I had. So I mean, that's kind of my 2 cents. Nobody. I mean, I already told you guys about that, but it's just to keep things more even with influencers. See, the best part with influencers is that it's up, it's down, it's gone. Like the end, unless somebody screenshots it, but like it's up, it's down, it's gone. You can have a link there, you can put a funnel right in, but we still mask the funnels just because you never know. You don't ever know, and that's the thing. You know, somebody might follow I Love Dogs who follows me on YouTube, Dan Dasilva, the eCom channel, and they're like, that's it, that's Dan Dasilva's site. For me, I like to mask it and kind of do it that way. So. And for the record, I only do that with Shop Dirty Gamer because everybody knows of Shop Dirty Gamer. My other stores, nobody knows I own it, but because Shop Dirty Gamer is heavily trafficked just from people who want to see what we're doing. And here's the thing. A lot of people come to Shop Dirty Gamer from YouTube, and I can track those people.
You can
You can see the traffic source. So the people that are coming from YouTube, I'm not an idiot, okay? I see the sale and I refund it. I refund and cancel it because I already know. Again, like I said, I'm fine with you going out and seeing my entire process. I show you if you want to see my emails, I'll show you my emails, right? But I'm not gonna go and let anybody copy my business word for word, and that's what these people are looking for word for word because they're only buying hook products. So like the $8.95 products, that's all they're buying. I'm not an idiot, okay? And I can see I go through my orders on a day-to-day basis. When an AOV is looking at like $70 to $80, and then I get a $9 sale, clearly I know what you're doing, okay? And then you can tell where all the traffic is coming from. If you have Google Analytics linked up, you can see the traffic sources, who, etc. So it just makes sense when I can put 2 and 2 together because, and that's definitely more advanced. And I want to kind of make that known right now. It's more advanced, but. How far do you want to protect yourself when in literally the last 4 months or so, or 3 months and a few days, we've been able to go out there and make around $350,000 with just this one store. It'll be $1 million store just this year alone. So for us to keep, let's just say 30% of that, it's a big chunk that I would like to save for our business so we can put it into more product, more R&D, and in building out a bigger team. So that's my 2 cents.
Awesome. I wanted to get into a couple of the questions that I had here. I had a few people commenting on one of my previous posts inside of the mastermind. Then I want to answer those, and then I want to get into a couple of Shopify tools that you find that pretty much brought Dirty Gamer to the next level. We already went over tri-funnels. We're going to go over another one in a few minutes. And then also, I want to answer this question right here from Remegia. He said, which relationship with the influencer is better, a quick feature and done, or an affiliate scheme where you will offer commissions for every product they sell? Now, there's a few different paths you can go down, and this truly varies between the influencer that you're utilizing for this promotion. So what you're really going to want to do is, number one, once you do find that influencer that is working for you, you're going to want to hit them with a few more ads. So you want to stay on that page for a little bit and pretty much see how your sales progress. If they're going down, then you're going to take note of that and you're going to adjust to it. If they're going up, then you're going to keep advertising on that page. And also, you do want to make sure that you're not hitting that same audience with the same exact ad visual and text and same exact product. You want to try to rotate it. And this is a great way to split test it because you know that your audience and your targeting pretty much is held constant. And the people who are seeing your ads are practically held constant. And then you can pretty much split test exactly what's working. You can find your winning product, find your losing product, shed the fat off your campaigns, and also go ahead and compare and contrast between that influencer and other influencers to see exactly what's going to convert best and what you're going to get the most out of with your ad spend. So going back to the relationship with the influencer, it's good to start out with a quick feature. I like to do a little bit of a test post. So instead of paying the full price for a 12 or 24-hour post with a certain page that you're not sure is going to convert for you, or you're a little bit iffy on their audience, you could say, you know what, I want to do a test post and see how this is going to work for my products on your page, and maybe get a much cheaper deal for a 4-hour post in comparison to a 12 or 24-hour post. And right off the bat, that's going to save you a lot of money with your ad spend, and then you could scale up accordingly like you would with a Facebook ad, just in the dynamic of influencer ads. You would then shoot for your 24-hour post and broker deals for multiple posts, which is also going to save you money. And that's just the best way to have your relationship with your influencer. Don't be committed to one influencer and have that as your only source of traffic and revenue. Definitely have a bunch in your back pocket so you can rotate your products, your influencers, and that's going to rotate exactly what the people are seeing and which different groups and audiences are going to be seeing your product. So you always want to keep people on your toes. Don't stay too repetitive, because it'll just dilute your ads. You're going to see your conversions go way down. But if you can get someone to be an affiliate-based influencer, not a lot of people are willing to put that kind of content that isn't theirs out to their audience right off the bat, especially if they don't know exactly how efficient your brand is or how high of quality the products are that you're selling. And putting say that again? Gymshark.
Shreds.
Yes. They sponsor people.
They're affiliates. They're sponsors or affiliates. They get cut. That's why they get promotional codes.
Yep. And that is something that you could take into consideration. I went over that in my last video on gathering your group of micro influencers in order to have a steady stream of content always out there inside of your ideal target audience with influencers, because you want to make sure that your products are always out there in different audiences, and pretty much sponsoring those people of that level, maybe not the hundreds of thousands of followers, but even 5, 10, 15,000 followers are going to be super effective for you, because they have these tiny engaging audiences that are absolutely going to love your product. And they, in fact, have a connection built with that brand or page that they're following. So you have to test it out and pretty much keep using that influencer. And if it seems to be that the sales and conversions are exhausted from that page, you can move on to the next one. So that's why I always pretty much stress on always having a wide variety of influencers in your back pocket to use. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and only focus on one influencer and bank on that one being your only source of income.
Guys, right now, whoever's on YouTube, I want everybody who's watching this to shoot a like on this video, okay? So those of you that are watching, go and click the thumbs up on this video right now. If you are on Facebook, go to YouTube right now, search Anthony Mastalone, go look at the channel. You're gonna see the videos live. Shoot us a like. He'll do these more often, because I'm not here every time he does these. But if you give him enough likes, he'll go ahead and do these more often.
Of course.
Because that's kind of how we see and get feedback. We create these based on feedback that we get from you guys. If you guys like this content, you like what you're learning, I'll gladly put out more content for you exactly like this. Shoot us likes, especially on YouTube, where we can see it literally go up as we're speaking to you.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, go ahead and just shoot us over likes. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube, shoot us over likes. And if you're on YouTube right now, just pop open that like. And so I just want to kind of.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Another thing, another question right here from Diane. She said, Tony, is it possible to barter with the influencers, meaning that they receive a product instead of money? Don't want to get burned by offering money and then no sales. And that circles back to, utilizing that idea of a test post so you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. I know not everyone has the biggest budget to work with. Not everyone has all the time that they could commit to their side business right now. Maybe you're not doing this full time, or maybe you don't have those, 4 or 5 hours a day that you can commit to, getting all those metrics that you need. So you want to make sure that you're reducing the risk on your end. And yes, if you can provide some sort of value to your influencer, that's what's going to help you win. As Gary Vee always said, you should always give 51% of the relationship. Always give value. If you could give them a shout out for a shout out, that's something that's going to be super friendly on your budget. It doesn't cost anything to give a shout out to an influencer, a micro influencer that has a following of the same size as you, because it's nothing. It's a win-win across the board. You're expanding your audience, they're expanding their audience, exchanging likes and clicks, whatever it may be. Utilize giving value to these influencers. There are obviously other ways to work with them than money. So make sure that you're leveraging your following that you've built up, which you should be building up, and posting good content, high quality content, video ads, and whatever you can to build out your following to reciprocate to your influencers, in addition to paying them a sum of money for their posts.
Indeed.
You agree?
Everything said indeed.
Perfect. All right. So one last thing that I want to touch on before.
You know what I really like? I'm going to interrupt you right now.
Go ahead.
I really like the fact that if you become an influencer, a brand-based influencer, so a product, right? Your brand becomes an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people are going, you know how many other influencers will gravitate towards you to work with you?
Yep.
And this is what a lot of people don't realize, okay? is that if you have like 50, 60, 70,000 followers for your brand, okay, people are interacting with you. Influencers are going to contact you. They're going to want to work with you. Now, this only works in some brands, okay? If I were to go on as Dan Dasilva on, on Instagram and try to become, I don't even know, trying to become like a personality for the e-commerce space, I wouldn't have as much luck as somebody who's selling t-shirts, watches, necklaces, whatever it is. So it really depends. And what I really wanted to add before, for the person who said, do you pay the influencer or do you get them to be an affiliate? Those are two different business models, okay? Yeah. They are two completely different business models. You need to realize that companies that have affiliate-driven business, that's the gravy, okay, on their mashed potatoes. They already have their food, right? They just want, the extra topping, right? So think about it like this. Shopify is one. I know this firsthand. You think Shopify's main business to get new customers is getting affiliates? No, that's not how they're going out there and doing customer acquisition, okay? Any other brand you see going out there that has affiliates, it's not at all their main business model. Like us, okay? Now, if you take a look at the info side of what we do, and I particularly do a lot of info side, Anthony's getting into a lot of info side, and I tell them all the time, you want to focus on being able to put $1 into the traffic machine and it generating you $2, $3, $5 back. Because you know what? The moment your business is relied on other people is the moment that you don't have a business, okay? For me, paid traffic is the end all be all. That's why I do affiliate promotions occasionally, but you have to be somebody who's doing phenomenally well. The last person I promoted was Fred Lamb, and Fred's doing like 10 million a year right now with his eCom brands, or even Onic. But Onic does like $20 million a year, okay, building email lists. And these are the people that know what they're doing. The other side of the spectrum is you're gonna get a lot of people just promoting stuff just to make money, okay? And that's where it's wrong, because the affiliate game is not supposed to be, it is a business, but it should just be the gravy, okay? If I can't go out there, and this is why I'm so thankful that I know how to buy traffic, because there's an entire world of affiliates that rely on each other. And if one person bails and everybody else bails, they don't have a business anymore. So they're definitely doing more money than I am, okay? They might be doing 10, 12, $15 million every single year in gross revenue. But me, if I'm going out there doing like 2, 3, 4 in rev, and I'm keeping 80% of it after we're talking support costs and all that, yeah, I might be making a little less, but I don't have to deal with the affiliates. And same thing with influencers. If an influencer becomes an affiliate for you, it becomes, do you have somebody who can manage them? Do you have account managers and affiliate managers that can go out there and manage these actual influencers who are going to tell other friends and manage coupons and do all this? So there are two different business models. If you want to focus on the affiliate side, which is the free traffic, and building a Rolodex of a bunch of people who will promote for you for life, that's one way to do it. But if you don't want a business that relies on people to drive you sales, then you got to learn how to use paid traffic, whether it's Instagram promoted posts, or it's actually going out there and running Snapchat ads at this point, running Facebook ads, whatever it is. So you have two options. You get the free way, which will still work great. You probably make a lot of money with the affiliate side, but do you want to control how much do you want to control your business? And that's what I'm a big believer in. And I mean, my mentor Jimmy and Onic, yeah, they really molded that into me. They were like, listen, you know how to buy traffic. If you ran eCom brands and you want to go and pretty much build out another brand, you know how to buy traffic. So go out there and buy traffic, and don't rely on people like us that we're like, hey, if we want this, we call you and say, hey, can you do this? And you have to feel obligated to do it. So again, it's two ends of the spectrum at that point. And I just want to
absolutely. I mean, once the strength and the power of your business out of your hands, quite frankly, you have nothing at all. What are you, a CEO of someone else's traffic that they're sending you? You really need to make sure that you have control of your own business. And once the success of your business is based on external pretty much controls, and you have nothing at your disposal. So you always want to be able to harness the power of traffic, whether it's influencers, Facebook ads, stuff that's going to always bring you business on your own. You need to be able to function independently. If you're relying on just strictly other people, such as like affiliates, it's really not the best business model for the long term. maybe it can give you the foundation for building out your own traffic, but you want to be able to independently grow no matter what business you're in.
Exactly. Now, I have a question from Liam. He says, hey, lads, loving the stream. Thanks a bunch. Question you may want to answer. Do you have a best day to promote on Instagram? Not Tuesday.
Not Tuesday.
Not Tuesday. Never Tuesday. Never Tuesday. Especially on, oh, man. You know when's the worst day to promote on Facebook? Tuesdays. Tuesdays are, it's like death day. It literally, all your ads just like down. And I've asked it, and I know Jimmy knows somebody who owns a company that does $800 million a year in ad spend. They're an agency. And they say Tuesday they pause their campaigns. They don't care whose account it is. They pause their campaigns.
Really?
It's like clockwork. Tuesdays, it's and I do notice that as well. But weekends for Instagram, they work well.
Yep.
Friday nights, but I mean, Friday nights you get a lot of drunk people on Friday nights.
Yeah, you get a lot of those random posts that are just going to pollute the news feed. Yeah. I typically advise people to go ahead and ask their influencer what works best for them. I mean, influencers are based in different time zones. They have different audiences, and they know what's going to respond best because, I mean, they've spent how much time building out this following. I'd imagine they have a best idea on when their audience is going to be most engaging, considering they built it out themselves. So I typically tell my students to, number one, check their post and pretty much pay close attention, maybe turn on notifications when they do in fact post, and just track it at different times. If you see something that is consistent, maybe they always post that Thursday at 6 p.m., for example, you could always check those posts and see what the engagement levels are, and you could compare and contrast, take note of it. If they don't give you the best straightaway answer themselves, you can do the research on your own. But you want to compare the different posts that they have out there and ask them themselves. They know exactly what's going to convert best by way of time, the type of picture or the type of post that they're putting out there, and what's going to see the best engagement.
You know what I'm going to do right now? If we hit 10 likes on YouTube, because I'm like striving to hit these likes right now, I'm actually going to give you guys a source that I personally use to see when the best growth for the influencer that I want to tap into is. So if we had 7 likes on that, if we had 10 likes on that YouTube video, I'll gladly share the source. Let me pull up an example on my phone. So for those of you on Facebook right now, we're gonna have a lot of luck if you go on YouTube.
Get over to YouTube.
Right? So I'm gonna pull it up because I already know that you guys definitely want to see it. So I figure, why not?
Waiting. It's getting there.
Gotta find like a random influencer. We need 2 more. Man, I don't know.
Dose. Johnny just joined the Facebook Mastermind. Welcome, Johnny. You're now one of us. You've joined the dark side.
Man, Johnny, you gotta get on that like button right now.
I just added him, so he's probably gonna be.
Johnny's like,
he's gonna be freaking out. Like, why are these guys?
Everyone tag Johnny in Facebook right now.
Johnny, I'm sorry if I'm sharing your personal information. But everyone give Johnny.
All right, no, we hit past 10 already. All right,
awesome.
Check this out. Let me just go and find a random video really quick.
Warm welcome, Johnny. I hope you're glad to be a part of the mastermind.
All right,
oh, that's spiking up like crazy.
Happiness for all. All right. So because my friends can't see this, what we're gonna do is Instagram. Now, here's the thing.
Oh, the magic happens right
here. Happiness for all. Oh. For all.
Oh, I love that platform.
Okay. Here it is. Ready for this? Go to Social Blade, okay? So I pulled this up really quickly. All right, let me just Social Blade, and there's like stats. So, all right. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. But over here as well for my Facebook peeps. Over here. Now, you're able to see, okay, if you go to Social Blade, at the top over here, there's a place that says YouTube. It's going to say YouTube. Make sure you click it, and it drops down to Instagram. Click Instagram. Enter the username of the person that you want to potentially work with. First off is this. You get to see an entire week summary. If you want to know how many engagements a page gets, okay, look at how many people are following them. Because you need to think about it theoretically here. If a page gets more comments, likes, and more boosts in their picture, it's because of why. It's because they're getting engagements. However, you get more followers, given you get more kind of like airtime with Instagram when they boost you up through the feeds because you're getting more engagement. So the more engagement you get, the more followers you're going to be getting. So if we take a look at exactly the follower count, we go from 1,690, 917, 1,000, 200, 2,000, 1,000, 600, 7,000. So again, Wednesday, today was a great day for them. Okay, 7,000 people. Now, if we take a look back to last Wednesday, 917. Okay, definitely a promotion, definitely a cross promotion.
Yeah.
So if you were to get a promotion today, you're getting all these new people. Okay, and if you do it tomorrow, you're getting all these new people. So if we take a look at Tuesday, 90, 600. Okay. However, Monday seems to be the closest related, or Mondays and Sundays seem to be the exact time for this particular page that is working the best. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's like pretty much equivalent to putting your post in front of fresh leads. 8,000 followers up in a day, and then you post right now. It's exactly what it is. Yes. I mean, stuff, the ticks like that, and the time that people dedicate to the actual research into things such as the follower counts and the likes and engagement spikes that pages see in a certain day or week, that's something that's really going to separate your brand from the rest of the herd. So definitely look into stuff like this. I mean, Dan's here dropping gems on this live call. Gems are being dropped everywhere. Yeah, they're picking them up. Anyways, there was one other thing that I want to talk about in regards to your Shopify success and what has pretty much brought your e-commerce brand to the next level. What would you say is one like valid tip, tool, or platform that has been in development?
Okay. So I will preach it over and over again.
You know who knows about this?
Me.
And my new beta winner, Jen got access to.
Congrats, Jen.
She inside the mastermind. She commented and followed me on Instagram, so she got 2 entries on the Mail Funnels beta giveaway. And I guess that might have been the separator from the crowd, that she had those 2 entries, and she ended up at the top of the list on the randomizer. And then she now has beta access. Well, actually, I have to message her still.
She's making moves.
Sorry, Jen. Yeah, she is.
All right. So you want my tips? Because you're hearing off. You want my tips or no?
You
want my tip?
No.
So
oh god.
So first things first, funnels. Okay, building out product-based funnels is what you need to do.
Segmentation.
Wait, I'm getting there.
I'm so excited.
So first things first, you have to actually figure out a hook product. So it really depends on how you want to do it. And this goes really in depth, all right? But I'm going to give you an overview. What's worth more, somebody who's buying a $50 product or somebody who's buying a $9 product? Clearly the $50 product. So when people say, Dan, can I hook people in with a $50 product compared to a $9 product? Yeah, you're going to get more volume on the 9. You're going to get more profit on the 50, okay? However, you're going to get less sales on the 50, thus meaning more volume on the $9 sale, but you're going to get more profit on the 50. Keep this in mind. So when a lot of people say, Dan, what are you going after? I don't give 2 craps about revenue. If that were the case, I'd be at $5 million in, 3 years on a store that has 2 million sales, right? Why? Because of the fact that I'm not going for the volume game. I'm going for the profit game. And that's where a lot of people don't get it, okay? You're going out there, if you have a $9 hook product, you're going out there, your product might be $3, you're paying $5 for a single sale, you're making $1, hoping people are going out there and actually purchasing the upsell. So you need to understand right now, you can either go for volume or you can go for profit. You decide what you want, and funnels will allow you to get there, because here's the thing. You have more wiggle room with a $50 or $100 front-end product, right? So essentially, if you go out there and you have a $50 hook product, like my keyboard, my RGB keyboard on Dirty Gamer, it's $49.99, right? And then we use that as a hook as well. We're not doing the volume that we're doing on the mouse compared to the keyboard, but we're making profit on the keyboard. We're making stupid money off the keyboard, because one sale is costing us around $12 to $15 depending on the campaign. And the keyboard is around $7, $8. Okay, so we have 2 suppliers. One of them is like $7.59, the other one's like $8.20 something. So again, it's just a few cent differentiator. But essentially, in total, we're paying anywhere from $22 to $25 on a $49.99 sale, with around 2.9% plus 30 cent fee for every single transaction. So you need to understand right now, we are in more profit, but we're not doing like 20 to 150 sales every single day like we are for our hook products. We're going out there maybe doing like 30, 40 sales every single day, which isn't terrible, right? But again, we're making more profit over here compared to a single dollar. So you have to understand where they fall into play. Now, the second part that I'm going to tell you right now of this product funnel, and then I'll move on to the second pillar that's really important, is this simple fact. Like I said before, who's worth more? Somebody who's spending $50, somebody spending $9. They're the $50 person. So if you offer them an upsell that's around $127, $140, they're more inclined to take it depending on how congruent it is compared to the person who just spent $9. If you spent $9, you come into my funnel and see a $140 product, you're going to leave. We're not even seeing 1% conversion rates. We need a 3x what happens on the front. So if we're selling something at 9, we can't pass 30. We're pretty much screwed at that point. We're not going to have the conversions that we pretty much have right now. So we typically keep it around $15 to $29. 29 is even pushing it. So $22.99, $22.95, $23.95. Those are the price points at a $9.95 hook that would be really good to test depending on how congruent your product is. So that's what you need to understand right from the get-go, right? Is those two facts. And that's pretty much the secret here. Is a lot of people are chasing dollar profits with volume. I'm doing the other thing. I'm not chasing dollar profits with volume. I'm going out there and I'm chasing more profit, 40, 50% profit on the front end, and in the back end, which is pillar number 2 that I'm going to talk about. Here's the thing, like I said before, what's worth more to you? Somebody spends $50 or $9. I keep going back to this because the $50 buyer, okay, their LTV is going to be more than a $9 buyer. Somebody who spends $50 with you is gonna, more than likely, if your email series is played correctly, going to come back and keep buying from you. If the trust is there, if you actually deliver your products on time, if your support is there, right? And you're going and delivering more products to them at an amazing rate, which again is perceived depending on your market and your niche. But what I want to let you know is the simple fact that pillar number 2 is email sequencing. And if you don't have email sequencing, and you can even ask somebody like Ezra, right? Ezra even admit 30 to 40%, I think what he said is coming from email. So, and that's his store revenue. And when you consider that his store does 15, 20 mil, something like that, like last year, 15, 20 mil, I think it was somewhere in that range. When you say 30 to 40%, let's just go with 40%, okay? That's almost $10 million made from email. Do you not see? Now here's the thing, he's not selling $2, $5, $9 products. His stuff is starting at like $60, $30, right? A little bit higher of a price to get entry into that funnel, but there's continuity. Yeah. And there's known continuity. The continuity is the shipping, which is, again, I can go on for hours about what's going to be huge right now. We're going to go into continuity as well with some of our stores and our brands, because continuity, getting somebody to buy one time and then getting them into a subscription model is definitely
and what he does through that entire sequence, because I mean he's broken it down for me like in one of his keynotes, like completely from A to Z. I mean, just one segment, like one single piece of that email sequence has generated him hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mike was there for the whole breakdown as well. Mike, you remember that was his email sequence not like significantly profitable. It was an easy 7-figure email sequence, and it was absolutely astounding what he was able to do, because he didn't just base it on simple selling. He connected with his audience through exactly what he was sharing by way of video testimonials. He was leveraging his previous customers in order to sell his upcoming products and cross-sell people on different devices and all these different platforms on social media. He would retarget them through all these different ways and make sure that they're engaging with every single part of his business through email. It was unbelievable how he broke it down. It's pretty much a science what he has going on in his business, but it's really not too difficult once you break it down into your own terms and you realize how you could implement it into your own business, no matter what you're selling. You could be selling digital products, you could be selling physical products. Email sequencing is still very alive, and it kind of disappointing. Someone in the mastermind said, they commented on one of the posts. It was a Mail Funnels beta tester post saying that email is dead, completely dead. It was like you're marketing in the 90s. And I was like, I beg to differ. I have people who are doing 6-7 figures of these email sequences, and how he was just pretty much building a pure loyalty.
Here's the thing. In the first quarter, okay, and I coasted in the second quarter, coasting in the second quarter, we did $1.2 million building funnels and utilizing email. So you're telling me email doesn't work. Okay, don't do it. That's less competition for me. I mean, look, it doesn't really matter whether or not people like it's dead or whatnot. Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Numbers don't lie.
They don't. And if you're not using email, you're missing out on a huge chunk of change that could be added to the amount of money that you take home at the end of the day, because so many people are killing it with email, the 6- and 7-figure email sequences, and they're really not all that crazy complex. It's just, being engaged with your customers past the point of them purchasing your product. So you've already gotten this huge commitment. As you know, marketing is a series of micro commitments and people agreeing to whatever it is. At first, maybe it's your advertisement, then your checkout page, and then agreeing to pay the price on that checkout page and their cart and clearing their cart, and then finally getting your product, receiving it, and either loving it or hating it, but most likely loving it, because I hope you're all delivering amazing products. And after that, it's just all out from there. You still have a huge opportunity to sell these people on whatever products you have. It's not only about the average order value, it's about the lifetime customer value that you're getting out of these people that come through your store. And that's going to differentiate between a business that could make maybe 4 or 5 figures in a month, or people who see 7, 8 figures in a year. So this is the difference between cash cows and a sustainable business. And it's just apples to oranges. If you're not implementing email, you're pretty much losing out, because you want to be engaged with your audience, your customers, your prospects. Maybe they abandoned your checkout and you know that they've shown some sort of interest in a certain product. You want to follow up with them accordingly. There's no reason to just push them off to the side and not engage with those people when you could recoup those sales. Maybe people have refunded your products and they weren't happy with what you had to offer, or didn't fit. Maybe it wasn't the right thing for their taste and they just want their money back. That's also very plausible as well. And you could win back those customers through email campaigns. You're not going to win them back by letting them pretty much sit there and just say, yeah, I ordered one product from that store, that brand, and I refunded it, and it's whatever. It's just a product that I know about. You want to be able to convert these people, build a connection, and also build them out to be your long-term customers. Increase the lifetime customer value that you have at your disposal with all these different people through email, because you can consistently engage with people in your network, and there's no reason not to. Dan, do you have any 2 cents to add to that?
What was the question? Sorry.
Oh, I was talking about lifetime customer value, always engaging with your audience through email.
I'm going to put my laptop down for this one.
Oh, boy.
Email's where it's at. I have nothing else to say. If email was dead, you're not going to a mall, you're not going to a department store, and they're not going to look at you right in the face and say, what's your email? Right? They're like, what's your phone number? What's your, what's your address, home address? They're asking for your email. If email wasn't working, these companies wouldn't go after it. There's no reason why Apple's spending millions of dollars for every single email blast that they do, right? There's, again, a huge potential. And actually, speaking about email, and I'm gonna kind of like mic drop on this. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a mic drop. Google email ads. If you go into Google AdWords right now and you want to target Apple, let's say Anthony over here just bought a new computer from Apple, right? And you have Apple covers, okay? What you can do right now is people who are getting emails from Apple, receipts, promotions, especially receipts, right? This is why receipts.
They know you're a buyer.
They know you're a buyer. So what do? You place an ad, a Google ad, right in the email inbox, right at the top. I know everybody here who uses Gmail, you know these ads that I'm talking about. It literally is highlighted yellow right on the top of your actual inbox, and it says ad, right? Those are the ads that are going to kind of take over the Google network. And we're slowly using them in our space. And that's it.
Cosmetic drop. All right, I want to thank everyone for tuning in with this. I hope you guys got some awesome golden nuggets of information from Dan and I. Definitely throw a like. Let me know what you guys thought about it. We'll definitely do these more often if you guys are enjoying them, engaging with them. So with that being said, I think that's about it over here. Definitely start streamlining your business, improving your business, doing more research, influencer marketing, funnels, and make sure you know exactly how to automate your business so it's on autopilot. No matter what, you're always making money. So I think that is about all that's left to be said here. Dan, if you have any final words, I'd drop them right now because I think we're wrapping things up.
I want ice cream.
Me too. Let's go get ice cream. All right, bye, everybody.
Peace, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.